we have a full moon coming up on January 25th in Leo. Whenever a full moon is coming around, it's asking us to release something. Since it's happening in the sign of Leo, Leo is a sign of loyalty. Leo is loud. Leo is in your face. Leo is like ready to take up center stage. Full moon in Leo is asking us to really step into our truth and really release those narratives that are getting in the way of us fully just stepping into our power ferociously. All those insecurities, all of those fears that are getting in the way of you being able to deliver your truth. It's asking us to release those people-pleasing tendencies. It's asking us to be loud and to just be ourselves. I think we definitely tailor ourselves depending on what environment we're in, depending on what space we're taking. We little ourselves, we tame that flame down a little bit. And Leo goes, honey, I am the flame. Deal with it. I am the trend. Be the trend. And that's what this full moon in Leo is really asking us to question. In what ways can we become trendsetters? In what ways can we be loud about, the narrative that we're wanting to embody, especially being, the new year, 2024, all of that. So be prepared to look at those insecurities that are getting in the way of you just fully embracing who you are unapologetically. So we're going to pull some cards for the collective, wherever you're at in the world right now. I just ask you to please take a minute, take a beat, take a pause, and just giving thanks to Source, giving thanks to the Creator. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the wisdom you have given me. And I'm asking you to please help me impart wisdom to the collective. What messages do we need to hear right now? What messages does the collective need to know in order to step forward with intentionality and grace? What does the collective need to hear right here, right now? Please and thank you, Spirit. What would you have me say? What would you have me do? So Spirit is saying it's time to take your seat at the throne. It's time to find yourself at the head of the table. Y'all see the world in so many different ways, but you don't necessarily trust it. That you view this climate, you view life as being something totally different than perhaps a lot of the people that you surround yourself with. But you enter these spaces and people are complaining about whatever they're complaining. And you're just like, y'all, this is first world problems, considering like the type of work that we actually have to do, the type of like collective awakening we're about to experience. And we're still complaining about these small things. But you don't say that. You don't speak on that. You don't share that truth. You do the me toos and the yeah, I understand. And it's beautiful because you can find yourself in the story of like literally anybody and everybody. But in you finding yourself in everyone's story, you've forgotten your story. You've forgotten what you came here to do. You have forgotten your purpose. And it's because you're afraid of saying the wrong thing or rubbing people the wrong way. But you are meant to march to the beat of your own drum. Why do you keep marching to other people's drum? Why do you keep marching to those beats that don't feel good whenever you occupy them? Why continue doing that to yourself? It is time to be you. It is time to embrace what your interests are, what you enjoy to watch, what you enjoy to read, what you enjoy to listen to. Stop following the status quo. Literally, the universe in this reading right now is shaking you and is asking you like, hey, what do you believe in? Are you really standing for that? Are you really vibing with that? We have the Hierophant here. We have Queen of Wands in reverse. We have Two of Pentacles, and we also have Ace of Wands. So Queen of Wands in reverse is talking about this, like, trust that you came into this world to march to the beat of your own drum. And as long as you're really vibing with whatever it is you're vibing with, you're going to be good. As long as you're authentic to yourself, you're going to be just fine. Spirit's going to support you. The Hierophant is here really questioning like, hey, what do you stand for? What do you believe in? And are you actually going for that? Are you actually embodying these beliefs? Are you actually embodying your ideals, your principles, your connection to God, to source, to spirit? Or are you taming down your views, your spirituality, because it doesn't really fit into the boxes of other people? Are you taming down your beliefs because you're scared of rocking the boat in any sort of way? Why be scared to do that? The more we live in integrity with ourselves and we speak from this place of truth, which is what the Ace of Swords is all about. It's about our truth. The more the universe rewards us with people, conversations that also agree with those points of view. You will attract your tribe. You will attract those people who will resonate with all of your weirdness if you actually just embody your weirdness and do it and be it and live in it boldly. We got nothing to lose, ultimately. Life is way too short. Your road can go in so many directions. There are so many options for you to take. The universe right now is asking you to really look at your options. Now is the time to switch things up. Now is the time to really put on, this next 0.0 version of yourself and live in it boldly and ferociously. That is what this full moon in Leo is really pulling out of us. It's asking us to be bold in the ways we present ourselves. It's asking us to be bold in our opinions, in our points of views. It's asking us to be bold in the way we interact with this world. And it's really asking us to take up space. This room right now, this collective reading is really for those people who are on the outside looking in, always on the outside looking in, always looking in, always looking in. The universe right now is saying it's time to share what you've been observing. It's time to share the data you've been collecting, because we need it. It's urgent and it's truthful and it's honest, and you sharing your truth and this data that you've been collecting over time will help elevate consciousness in some way, shape, or form. But you're not trusting it. We got Ace of Wands and we have Ace of Swords. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of you developing your truth and stepping into your truth, as well as the beginning of you seeing how spirit is co-creating as far as your reality goes whenever you deliver this truth. This is giving what is your gospel, baby? What is your gospel? What is your religion? What do you have to preach in this world? What is your sermon right now? And step into it, embody it, really, really live up to it, all right? Over here, I'm gonna pull some affirmation cards. Please and thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, I can't make this up, y'all. I really, really, really can't make this up at all. So some affirmation cards for you here. We have, first and foremost, we have death. We have the death card here. And when I'm talking about, this full moon in Leo we're about to experience on the 25th, it's giving death. It's giving death to those old narratives and stepping up to this new 0.0 version of yourself. So death to the old, birth to the new. We also have higher perspectives here, which is what you're bringing to the table. You're bringing higher perspective. You're bringing new ways of thinking and perceiving the world around you. And it's going to challenge people. And just because it's challenging people, it doesn't mean that it's not true. It doesn't mean that your perspective is not valuable. We need it. It's urgent. It's time for it. Bottom of the deck here. Overall message. We have Ascension, baby. 'Tis the season for Ascension. This full moon in Leo comes 5 days after Pluto stationing in Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius is coming to really shift things as far as how we come together as a collective goes, how we create space for other people as well. And in order for us to really tip the scales in the other direction, we have to be just as bold as those oppressive forces. We have to be just as loud and proud as those people who think they can get away with literally everything they've gotten away with for like God knows how long. Aquarius is coming in here to really shake things up. So this full moon in Leo is really asking you, who do you want to be for the next couple decades? What do you want this to look like? Is it of service to the collective? Is it of service to help all of us succeed? If this next 0.0 version is to help usher in this new earth, then that is the next 0.0 version you should be really fucking with. That is really who you should be embodying. Ascension, 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 ascension. It's time to go. It's time to grow. It's time to elevate. It's time to do this thing. Period. Point blank. Alrighty, my loves? So we have that full moon in Leo coming up on the 25th. Pluto in Aquarius happening on January 20th. It'll live here until September 1st. I do live collective readings every Tuesday on Instagram, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for now, until daylight savings happens, and then it'll be back to normal again. But thank you for being here. Appreciate you so much.